So, welcome to tonight's team call. It is November the 3rd already, which is crazy. And that is an awesome tiny baby cry, but I muted you just to make sure other people could hear the recording. So, welcome everybody. Now, finally, we can have, like at the end when I say new babies and new pets, we have one on the call. Like, that's awesome. So congratulations again, Christy. And is the new addition there? Can you oh, okay, there we go. Oh, wait, there's a head and a butt and a little face. Oh my, your first team call. How exciting. Very cool. So, welcome back after our hiatus from the WOW Push to Diamond group. It feels good to me to be back on our regular team calls, and we are going to be having some guests here and there, and we're still going to incorporate other team call recordings because I think it's been incredibly valuable to hear from other leaders and other personalities that are different from me. So I think that's incredibly valuable because a lot of our team just has a different personality. We all have different personality types. So to be able to hear from different people that you connect with is really, really cool. Tonight's team call is going to be a little different, and I think it'll be a great option for us as we kind of just reconnect and get back together. And I had gotten this idea from the 5-star wall, and people that had done it said that it had gone over really, really well on their teams. And I think this will be one that we want to take a few notes on. So it's not going to be a lecture call, but you will be hearing people talk that makes you want to jot a few things down for later. Before we get started though, we have shout outs, and I have this Post-it, and I keep thinking that I'm going to be done with it, and I've probably pulled it out of the trash literally like 3 times today. Yep, okay, there it is, right where it should be, in the trash. Okay, so but I keep recognizing, and I keep talking about you guys to different people from corporate and different conversations that I'm on. But shout outs to Christy Baker, Kristen Crispin, Aaron Young, Catherine Von Heimberg, and Kelly Vaughn for hitting, and Andrea Johnson, and Lee Helm, and Christy DeVries for hitting Success Club in the month of October. Way to go, ladies. That was a really big deal in the month of October, and you are totally setting yourself up for success over the next few months by planting all of those seeds. And I guarantee there were those of us on the call who also planted loads of seeds that did not come to fruition in the month of October that are happening now in November and December, and then will on into January, because that's the nature of this business. So regardless of where you landed in October, don't quit planting those seeds, because now that's the focus for right now. So that's exciting and fun. And we had a couple record breakers that, were people's own personal records, which is that much cooler. It's one thing to hit Success Club 5 when you do it every month, but to reach a new milestone for yourself is just amazing. So always be pushing yourself to go that much farther than you did the month before. And prayer request for Catherine Von Heimberg with her battle with cancer. Please continue to keep her in your prayers, and her family. She's, of course, still caring for her little kiddos and doing the regular mom stuff while going through chemo, and then thinking about different alternative options as well. So definitely there are a lot of struggles in our midst, and Jennifer Emmerich lost a pet today, so there's sadness there. And, there's a lot of life going on, and we all have that come up at times. And So if there's somebody that you think, man, I haven't seen them post for a while on the team page or in the challenge group, reach out to them. Don't assume that somebody else is going to. And that's what we're here for each other for. So anyway, let's dig in. So tonight's team call is really going to just be a circle time. Everybody's excited about that, I can tell. And we are going to, instead of me like loading these, what are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions all at once, we'll just keep muting and unmuting. And the great thing about this call is that as we hear other people's stories, it's going to help us relate to our prospects better and also our newer coaches, and then be able to say when we have a prospect that fits into one of these categories, you know what? Somebody on my team was just the same way. And here's their story, and here's what they did about it. So learning other people's stories, whether it's on this call or seeing other coaches, is really, really valuable. Oh, I'm muting myself. I'm muting some people because I'm getting feedback. So, okay. So whenever I point to you or whatever, just unmute yourself. Hopefully you'll be able to do that. But so we're going to go, and I need like a little timer, but just make it fairly brief and to the point, because that way we can get through everybody. And I would still like to be off by 9:30 so we can respect everybody's time, because it's Fall Classic. So we got stuff to do and little people at home to still love on and stuff like that. So the first is maybe in 2 sentences why you became a coach. And I'll just start. I started for the discount. That was it. Okay, so Christy DeVries, I unmuted you, girlfriend. Why'd you become a coach?
That was my initial reason as well.
Awesome. Brittany Vessels.
Did you unmute me?
Yep.
I'm unmuted. Okay. Discount coach, but now I do it because I like it. I like it better than my real job.
Yeah.
So.
Very common. Okay. Kendra Carey Copper.
Same reason, for the discount, because I was on maternity leave.
Okay. And Nicole. Discount. And look at us now, my friends. Okay, let's see. Kim and Steve, you guys are next.
Try to get healthy again, lose weight.
So some piece of accountability in having that coach title, you think?
Yeah.
Okay. And Christy Skinner?
The discount.
All right. Kelly Vaughn?
The discount. And I wanted to hang out with you.
Yeah. Okay, we've got Jess. I can't hardly see you, but I know you're there.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm here. Discount.
Yay. All right. God, I love the discount, man. We are such frugal people. Okay. And then let's see. Somehow I skipped over. Kim, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Why'd you join as a coach?
Basically, I did it to make myself more accountable.
Okay. Okay, so this is good. And now we've also got Shannon. Okay, are you unmuted, Shannon? Shannon, can you hear me? Okay, well, we'll come back to Shannon. Okay, so we're starting to see a trend, mostly discount, but some additional accountability. And I would wager to say that even those of us who joined for the discount were still interested in that accountability, because that was partly why we wanted the products, was for our own health benefit. So that's important for us to remember. That most of us came in for the discount, and then we realized that this was something that we wanted to do more with. there are going to be some people out there that want to come in right away and they know they want to work this business, but based on the people on our team, our coaches are going to be more successful when they have seen success in their own health and fitness, when they love Shakeology. They love it so much that they want to get the discount on it on a regular basis. Now, whether that means that they order a challenge pack as a customer or whether they order it as a coach doesn't necessarily matter so much. But what our focus then needs to be, if they are joining as a coach, we still need to make sure that their main focus is on getting their health results, because they joined for the discount on Shakeology. They're wanting us to give them the results so that they feel better and continue on that product. Okay, so this is telling us that we need to make sure that we've got Rockstar challenge groups, that we've got a system in place for following up and touching base at least weekly, but most likely more often in the beginning with our new challengers. Because depending on their personality type, they're not going to reach out to you. The more outgoing people will, but that's a minority, quite honestly. The majority of our personality types are the ones that sit back and wait to be asked. And I can tell you from looking at the makeup of our coaches here on our team and just in the general population, that's how most people are. Most people are not going to come to you even when they see your cute, healthy holiday trifecta event. They're still waiting on you to come to them and ask them to join your group. That's just the way most people are. So on to the next question. Okay, so then the answers may vary a little bit more on this next question, but I still think that it's important, and it's something that each and every one of us, regardless of whether you joined yesterday, you still need to know how coaching has changed your life. This may be dramatic. It may be something in a small way of, you joined for accountability and you're getting accountability for the first time in your life. Or you're in this group that is teaching you to read personal development, which is something that you've never done before. It doesn't have to be scale, like a physical result, and it also doesn't have to be financial. But you need to have a story from day one as to how this coaching thing, this beast of coaching, is changing your life. Sorry for the drama in my home. I'm not sure what's happening, but Matt's taking care of it. Okay, so Kelly Vaughn, I'm unmuting you. Can you go?
It has changed my life because I feel like when I first joined, I had just had the kids, like they were a couple years old or whatever, but it made me feel like I had something that was mine that wasn't like changing diapers and cleaning the house. And I just really liked being on the team calls and going to your fit club. And I felt like I had something, that was mine that I enjoyed doing. And it made me feel good and so on, and all that good stuff came along with it.
So can you see yourself, and I'm not speaking just to you, using that kind of wording in one of your business opportunity promotion type posts? Because that is going to speak to some moms who are looking for that. That's the kind of language that we need to be putting into our posts when we're talking about upcoming open house, right? Okay, that's awesome. And Kim, you're unmuted. What about you?
Well, I'm only in my first full week as being a coach. But just like yesterday, whenever I got my first customer to order the 21-day fix, it just gave me a sense of accomplishment. And then I guess the thing that I've noticed personally is that I went over to the kids' Halloween basket and was looking at it and then just turned around and was like, this isn't worth it. So it's just making me feel better about my choices.
Nice. Okay. I don't mean to slow us down, but I'm writing these down because these are valuable things. Okay. And awesome. Thank you for sharing. That's incredible. And super big congratulations. Your very first customer in your first week, the second day of November, gives me goosebumps. Very cool. Way to go. And Jess, you're good and unmuted.
Awesome. In a nutshell, it has made me happier. I started with PIO. I finished that. I loved it so much, I became a certified PIO instructor. So that completely opened amazing doors. I'm still teaching it. I'm teaching size now. I am fit. I'm happy. I'm healthy. It has made everything better. My life with my husband, my life with my kids. I am a happier person. I am a better person because I have taken time for me. And I think that in a nutshell has done it.
Don't you think that there's just a overarching like increased self-confidence when we do that? You know, like it's all connected.
Uh-huh. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, yeah.
Very cool. Okay. I know I live in South Florida, but I just keep getting chills because this is so cool. All right. Thank you for sharing. Okay. Now let's see. Nicole, you're up.
Well, a few things. Definitely increased confidence for sure. I feel way better, healthier, more fit, and I've created more friendships. And I also make the camper payment.
Woohoo! Have you guys been using it a bunch?
Yep. We just used it last weekend.
That's so fun.
Yes, it is.
That's so fun. Like tangible, visual, memory-making way that it's impacting your family. And that's really cool. All right. Now, is that something that when you joined as a coach, was that a goal right away? Or did it just kind of come about? How did that come?
Well, it was no, it was a goal afterwards to
to take it over?
Yes, with my husband. So
Nice. So how has that spoken to him?
he doesn't complain as often.
That's good. Okay, so more sex and camper payments equal happy husband. Good deal. Okay, then we've got Kendra Carey.
I'm similar to Kelly. When I started, I was on maternity leave and I needed something that was just for me. And I was looking to get back on track. I was pretty fit prior to having my daughter, and then I didn't get fit in between my pregnancies because I knew I wanted to get pregnant again. And I didn't want to put a ton of energy into it, which sounds terrible, but I know how much work it takes, and I didn't want to do that. So then I had my son and then knew that I needed to get back on track. And then for me, honestly, it has been about the people that I have created relationships with who have come back to me and said, you have no idea how it's changed my life. And that, for me, is what it's about. It's just been amazing.
So your high comes from creating success stories for other people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Oh, you know what? I'm going to interrupt this little grand string here and ask you guys what you think. Okay, so if some of you are muted now, some of you aren't. So if you want to unmute. Okay, so overall, oh man, I've learned so much about myself this last week. It's really been something. Like we try and have a monthly Success Club contest, right? I would say about 98% of our coaches on our team, they don't receive love in terms of gifts. Like that, it might be nice, but it's not what speaks to them. So same thing with Fall Classic. Chances are most of you're like, yeah, those prizes would be nice, but I'm not going to necessarily stay up later to win whatever freebie that they're giving away. Okay. But the common theme that I see for, like I said, about 98% of our coaches on our team, like our unique makeup, and not every team is the same, which is kind of fun. We are our own little people, but we in general get our high from creating these success stories and from people coming back to us and saying, thank you for changing my life, and having that fulfillment. I mean, it's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy that we're called Team Benefit because we're here to benefit other people. And it's kind of become like, I don't know that I knew how fitting that would actually be. Like you come up with these team names, and then just like, when you're thinking about naming your child and you're like, oh, well, what's it mean? Does it mean like rebel and hellion? You're probably not going to name your child whatever, the translation for hellion is. But so same thing, like when I created that name Team Benefit, I just had no idea how much it would actually fit our team culture. And so anyway, somebody on another a mastermind call that I'm on today said that in the month of October, what they did as a team, and I just thought it would be the coolest thing between, we kind of already have stuff going on for November, but maybe for the month of December, what they did was work through whether it's World Vision or some other organization that's similar to that. And based on how many people hit Success Club, then, or how many, I don't know if it was just Success Club or how many people just in general that they helped. Like in October, we had zombies that we converted to revived human beings, which I thought was fun. And I need to update that graphic so that we know exactly how many we ended up with. But they bought a goat and like chickens for people somewhere over the globe. And I don't know if you're familiar with that. I usually get a catalog or two at the holidays telling how that I can support another family and buy a chicken or a goat for another family. So anyway, that's just an idea. It seemed to me to be something that we as a team could get behind and get excited about for the month of December and Christmas and that kind of thing. So let me know. It doesn't have to be right the second on our call, but let me know if that's something that you guys would enjoy doing, because we are incredibly blessed and we pretty much can always get personal development. We can always, if you guys want a t-shirt that says Team Benefit, we can always work that out. But anyway, I just thought that might be kind of unique, especially for this giving season and the Christmas holiday. So, okay, moving right along. I've got Kim next. Oh, wait, there's two Kims. The Starry Power Couple is the next one.
I think a sense of purpose. I've done a lot of things through the years, but this feels like this is what I was meant to do.
That's cool.
And no matter how tough it gets, I can't quit.
That's a good sign. Yeah. And I agree. And it's sort of even with my own goals here lately, like I feel like I'm finally getting into the groove of just regardless of what happens, I'm living out what I'm supposed to be doing, helping other people. And that feels good. And they say that when you are doing what you love, it kind of doesn't, it shouldn't matter at that point how much you get paid for it, because you do it out of the love of that activity. So that's a good place to be. Obviously, we still want to help you be rewarded for that, but yeah, it's a really good place to be. Very cool. And Christy DeVries. Okay, Christy, go for it. Christy D.
Well, I agree with a lot of what other people have said too. But just like the last couple months, or last 6 weeks being on maternity leave, is just I've really put a lot more focus into this, trying to get myself back into shape, and just being a part of this group just makes it so much easier to do that. And just starting my first.
21-day fix.
And Travis says do 21-day fix. Sorry, I lost my thought. But starting my very first challenge group, which was extremely out of my comfort zone, doing it on my own. Sit down. And so far, just the first 2 days have just been amazing, and people are engaging and changing habits, and just knowing that I'm a part of that is just, it's just awesome, and that I could potentially, change some people's healthy habits and change their lives is just pretty awesome. It's just getting better and better every day, I feel like.
Very cool. Okay, so if you guys didn't catch that, she's running her very first challenge group, which was way far out of her comfort zone. And she was grand enough to reach out to me, to her upline coach, and get tips and kind of just talk through getting that going. So I don't think that you ever felt like you were completely alone in doing it. And,
right.
But yet you still had to do it, like we could tell you what to do and show you how to do it, but you still had to be the one to do it. It's still all you, which is really cool to see you grow in that way. Really cool.
Yeah.
Okay. And we are not going to get through all of the questions, which is okay. Brittany, you want to go? Oh, sorry. Hold on. There you go. Okay, you're unmuted.
Okay. So some of mine are the same as what other people said, as far as, Kelly said something other than just being a mom. And part of me thought, why am I doing this? My plate's already too full with having a new baby. Emmett wasn't even a year old yet whenever I joined, and then trying to adjust to having 2 children and being a full-time nurse practitioner and having a husband, and still, we've talked about, I'm kind of a control freak, and I like to make sure everything is so around the house. And I'm learning to let go of that, but I just needed something for me, and I didn't really have any hobbies. And I thought, this is a way to get me back into a fitness routine, but it's so much more than that now. I like helping others. I feel like with doing Beachbody, I actually get time to stop and listen to other people, which is kind of what I wanted when I became a nurse practitioner. But I think with insurance and, all the big wigs on the 5th floor who determine how many people you see and how much time you get with them, you really don't get to put forth as much as you can. If somebody comes in, pretty much every day I ask people if they have unexpected weight loss, in GI, that's kind of important. And almost everyone will say weight gain. I don't know what to do with this, that, or the other. And I'm limited at what I can tell them. I wish I could say, talk to me about Beachbody, and I can't because I'm limited from that regard. But I think it would help a lot of people if you could.
So I would talk a lot about that time, because you're going to connect well with other nurse practitioners, other nurses, other people in the healthcare field. And they're going to understand exactly what you mean when you write posts about time and how much time you actually get to spend with your clients now. They'll get that, and that'll connect with those people.
Yeah, because I think it's so much more than, I see so many patients who referred to me, and their doctors have said, you need to go on a 1,200 calorie diet. And that's not for everybody. You can't tell someone who's 400 pounds, 1,200 calories. They're like, what? And then it's not good for their body either, because they need more than that. I do a lot of dietitian referrals, but I have a lot of patients that no show to those and who won't follow up. So
Yeah.
It's kind of unfortunate.
Crazy. Good. Except I just wrote your name on the wrong line. Okay. Then Christy Skinner. Let me make sure I'm not keeping you muted. Okay, girly, what about you?
Well, initially, the accountability is one of the best things that has helped me in my coaching journey. Because if I were left to do this on my own, I would probably not still be here.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely takes additional people to, not to keep you going, but just so you realize you're not alone in this. And then I've been doing, for Fall Classic, we've been doing a free challenge group, not a free clean eating group for a week. And it's been really neat. It just started yesterday to see people actively engaging a lot on there. And who knows, it could be the Fixate cookbook that somebody could win. But but they're all engaging on there, and that's really neat to see.
Cool. So for you, is it knowing that you're part of that?
Yeah, just that I'm able to encourage them to get on their journey and give them ideas that are helpful. I posted a recipe for a clean eating sweet potato casserole tonight so that they can think about the holidays and how to try and help that not become such a binge fest. And one of the gals posted immediately, this is exactly why I joined this group, was so that I could get ideas like this.
Very cool. Very cool. Good job. Okay. Then let's see. I'm going back through. Let me see if Shannon, can you hear us? Poor Shannon. Okay, Christina Watkins, I see you. Can you share with us, welcome girly, to the call, two things. One is why you became a coach, and then the second is how it's changed your life.
Okay. You want the initial why I became a coach or why I stayed?
Yeah, no, like the initial way. Yeah.
Okay. Discount, just because I knew when I first signed up it was Chalene Extreme, and I knew I was going to do at least 90 days of Shakeology because I was paying for the program. So that's what I did. And then how has it changed my life? Oh, geez. Oh, Pete. I mean, it's been from anything, almost like Christy Skinner was just saying, like it started with the accountability of I just needed to know that other people were counting on me to either post what I was doing, or then like you can't be a good coach if you're not doing it too, the whole product piece. But then aside from that, I mean, now I've been doing this for 3 years, and there's definitely the added bonus of the income that comes in and the things that we pay for with that income, like, not that it was intended to be, but our childcare and preschool starting in August, we added an extra $600 a month to our bills with preschool costs, and we didn't have to wonder and worry about where that money was going to come from. So those all come really from my Beachbody income. Ultimately, it's a boring way to spend your money, but it's there.
Right.
And I'm part-time, and I was able to stay part-time even adding that money. So I mean, it just has definitely added a cushion for us that we didn't have to worry. I mean, I think that would kind of be the biggest thing. And I started loving my friends and family joining me and seeing them succeed and feel so much better about themselves because they were losing the weight too. I should flip the phone around and show you my husband doing yoga right now, the X3 yoga right in front of me, and a little downward dog action going on right in front of me. So, obviously, like those things didn't happen at 9:30 at our house before, and they happen now. So, although I'm sitting on the couch vegging while he's doing I got mine done this morning.
Nice.
Whatever. He's like, this is workout. So anyway, I mean, it's just, we're healthier and happier, and we have 2 young kids, and we are, we try to eat healthier, and we're showing them, like, they watch us do our workouts half the time, and it's just a really cool lifestyle that we're showing our kids too.
I agree. I didn't post it I posted the picture, but it didn't sort of come out the way that I thought I was going to post it. But anyway, the 3 kids are wanting to do master's hammer and chisel from beginning to end. And I told them that I would have custom shirts made for them if they do it. So they started last night with the cardio video that I've got, the preview video. So anyway, they did it all by themselves from beginning to end. I wasn't even in here, but they stuck with it. So anyway, we're going to get them some, I don't even know if we'll get them weights, but they're having lots of fun with that.
Pick up my like 1 pound or 3 pound dumbbells and like do it right beside me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's the cutest thing ever.
Yeah. So awesome. Okay, so we're going to stop there, even though there are other questions, because I want to respect your time. But I think already it's been really beneficial. I've got a whole page of just like ammo, to be able to use in post and to be able to share with other people. And it would be great also to take this and put it into just even like an infographic, so that we have that as something to go into our open house on a regular basis. So anyway, that's very, very cool. And thank you guys each for sharing. Very much appreciated. And I hope that you guys got something out of it too. And I will look at what we've got coming up next week. If there's nothing else already on the schedule, I think it would be awesome to pick up sort of where we left off and finish these questions out. So one of them is how you found your coach. And I think that would be a really great way for us to, I always think it's curious, how is everybody finding people? That's like the question. Well, how are they finding all these people? So anyway, I think if we went around and shared that too, that would be really fun and cool. So thanks, guys. Any